The history of Addis Ababa began after Tatu and Menelik got interested to the beautiful landscape. Before the advent of Addis Ababa, there were many sites in the surrounding areas that had been used as temporary capitals for the kingdom of Shewa. Ankober, a site about 160 kilometers north of Addis Ababa, served as the capital of the kingdom of Shewa during the second half of the 18th century. As evidence, the ruins of the palace are still found on the lip of the Great Escarpment, which is popular in its breathtaking view. The village of Aliyuambu, which was the most important market center of the Shewa kingdom, is also located below Ankober Palace at one of the broken hills. Other areas, like Waichecha, Arat, and Toto, were also temporarily used as capitals of the Shewa kingdom. 2-3. Menelik, as Nugasendi I of Shewa, had found Mount Entoto a useful base for military operations in the south of his realm. In 1879, Menelik visited the reputed ruins of a medieval town and an unfinished rock church that showed proof of an Ethiopian presence in the area prior to the campaigns of Ahmad Khan. His interest in the area grew when his wife Tatu began work on a church on Entoto. In addition, Menelik endowed a second church in the area. In 1881, Menelik moved the capital of Shewa from Ankober to Entoto. 4. The immediate area around Entoto did not encourage the founding of a town due to the lack of firewood and water. In 1886, the actual settlement began in the valley south of the mountain. Tatu initially built a house for herself near the Filoha hot mineral springs, where she and members of the Shewan royal court liked to take mineral baths. Soon, other members of the Shewan nobility and their staffs and households settled the vicinity. Negus Menelik expanded his wife's house to become the imperial palace, which remains the seat of government in Addis Ababa today. Between 1889 and 1891, Addis Ababa became Ethiopia's capital when Menelik II became Emperor of Ethiopia. One of Emperor Menelik's contributions that is still visible today is the planting of numerous eucalyptus trees along the city streets. 3-2. After becoming the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa grew by leaps and bounds and took on the character of a boom town. By 1910, the city had approximately 70,000 permanent inhabitants and also had between 30,000 and 50,000 temporary inhabitants. Addis Ababa became the site of many of Ethiopia's innovations. Because of the sizable population of Addis Ababa, a degree of labor specialization not seen elsewhere in the empire was possible. 5. The rapid growth of Addis Ababa, especially soon after the Battle of Adwa, was accompanied by the construction of some of Ethiopia's first modern bridges. 6. Ababa began after Tatu and Menelik got interested to the beautiful landscape. Before the advent of Addis Ababa, there were many sites in the surrounding areas that had been used as temporary capitals for the kingdom of Shewa. Ankober, a site about 160 kilometers north of Addis Ababa, served as the capital of the kingdom of Shewa during the second half of the 18th century. As evidence, the ruins of the palace are still found on the lip of the Great Escarpment, which is popular in its breathtaking view. The village of Aliyuama, which was the most important market center of the Shewa kingdom, is also located below Ankober Palace at one of the broken hills. Other areas, like Waicheta, Arat, and Tota were also temporarily used as capitals of the Shewan kingdom. 2-3. Menelik, as Nugasendi I of Shewa, had found Mount Entoto a useful base for military operations in the south of his realm. In 1879, Menelik visited the reputed ruins of a medieval town and an unfinished rock church that showed proof of an Ethiopian presence in the area prior to the campaigns of Ahmad Khan. His interest in the area grew when his wife Tatu began work on a church on Entoto. In addition, Menelik endowed a second church in the area. In 1881, Menelik moved the capital of Shewa from Ankober to Entoto. 4. The immediate area around Entoto did not encourage the founding of the town due to the lack of firewood and water. In 1886, the actual settlement began in the valley south of the mountain. Tatu initially built a house for herself near the Filwaha hot mineral springs, where she and members of the Shewan royal court liked to take mineral baths. Soon, other members of the Shewan nobility and their staffs and households settled the vicinity. Negus Menelik expanded his royal house to become the imperial palace, which remains the seat of government in Addis Ababa today. Between 1889 and 1891, Addis Ababa became Ethiopia's capital when Menelik II became Emperor of Ethiopia. One of Emperor Menelik's contributions that is still visible today is the planting of numerous eucalyptus trees along the city streets. 3-2. After becoming the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa grew by leaps and bounds and took on the character of a blue town. By 1910, the city had approximately 70,000 permanent inhabitants and also had between 30,000 and 50,000 temporary inhabitants. Addis Ababa became the site of many of Ethiopia's innovations. Because of the sizable population of Addis Ababa, a degree of labor specialization not seen elsewhere in the empire was possible. 5. The rapid growth of Addis Ababa, especially soon after the Battle of Adwa, was accompanied by the construction of some of Ethiopia's first modern bridges. 6.